Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. Again, the intention of this particular episode is relaxation and learning. This is meant to have you listen during the circadian rhythm when we are unwinding. Maybe you're doing your nighttime routine, you're settling down for bed, and you're just unwinding for the day. This is a topic that I've wanted to talk about, and I'm finally getting around to it. I was really inspired, very super inspired I follow several people on YouTube, and a friend introduced me to High Frequency Guru. Her whole channel is about empowerment. It's about abundance and manifestation. That's why I love it. And she does these amazing subliminal rants, and she does these spoken rants. But what I love about her as well is that she is one heck of an amazing wordsmith and poet. I mean, the way she uses the English language is unbelievable. It's inspiring, it's refreshing, it feels like novelty, so I'm really inspired. So I was inspired to do this, again, from the amazing channel on YouTube that I subscribe to called at High Frequency Guru. So she selects a topic to write about and to talk about, and this one was titled, it caught my eye because the title was, Your Life is an Altar. So this statement of the podcast, your home is where you conjure, that just landed on me so powerfully. So I want to talk about what an altar is. We'll talk about the traditional use of it. But in this case, for this episode, an altar in this case is a metaphor and not the traditional sense of the word of an altar. But let's talk about the traditional sense of the word altar. So the word altar comes from the Latin altorium, which means high, and also the Latin odolere, which means to ritually burn or sacrifice, which suggests its early purpose as detailed in the Bible. But in today's modern times, an altar can be a place for non-sacrificial items such as special momentums and tokens. Could be for photos. So again, it's a metaphor for offering something to the divine. I feel like in this day, an altar is even a vision board. People that use vision boards, you could say that those are methods of creating an offering. So, symbolism. The symbolism behind altars represents a sacred meeting point between humans and the divine. They can be very ornate and really super goth or very ostentatious. They can be ornate or they can be very simple. They are often placed in a very prominent central location within a place of worship. So again, this thought that your life is an altar and your home is an altar, I felt like the spiritual significance is if we treated our homes like an altar, I think we'd have a much calmer, better world, because the spiritual significance of altars is in their role as sacred spaces for communion, sacrifice, and entering between the physical and spiritual worlds. And customarily, they're used for worshiping, making covenants, expressing devotion, and connecting with the divine. So imagine that you make your home a place of worship. You make it a place of where you think and feel and meditate on your highest intentions. You're devoted to your family and your pets and your friends in your home. And you're connecting with the divinity that lives within. And so offering your prayers and offering your writings right within your own home. The spiritual meaning of an altar relates to a place of connection. So to me, connecting with your family, your loved ones, your dear ones. And it is an exchange of your energy. It's a place to refurbish ourselves, to refresh ourselves. It's a place where we can contemplate, where we can read. Our homes are supposed to be a place of peace. And I love this thing about having an altar be a place of seeking forgiveness. You know, we're always going through healing in our lives. We're flawed as humans and we make mistakes. We have things that we would have rather done in a different way, but we didn't do that. So I feel like we're always having to forgive ourselves for our own mistakes, and then forgiving and letting things go that others have done that we may have overreacted to. I got to thinking that we don't really treat our lives, ourselves, or our relationships, and especially our homes, like they are sacred spaces. Our homes are supposed to represent peace, calm, joy, beauty, safety, and fill with love and good energy. Good food as well. Clutter and untidiness literally slow down, block, and prevent the ease and flow of energy. You can ask any feng shui expert about this. You know, in the Bible, cleanliness is considered next to godliness. And I earnestly believe that God lives within each of us. Our bodies and our homes are both temples for sources for the divine consciousness and energy to flow through. And we must keep both of these cleansed, polished, healed, nourished, and well cared for. Environment is a key component in feeling healthy and alive and positive. I'm thrilled to share this thought from High Frequency Guru because it truly struck a chord in me that can make our lives more magical. So here is what she wrote and what she spoke about. I'm going to read it verbatim because it's so powerful on its own. And enough said after I read this to you. And I hope that it inspires you like it inspired me to no longer just create my rituals and my life like it's mundane. I really realize like how powerful and potent it is to make things more sacred. Every little minute thing in our life can be very sacred. The mundane, everyday routines that we have to do can be really, really sacred. Here it goes. It says, your whole life is an altar. Treat it like one. You don't need a crystal grid, incense, smoke to be spiritual. Your entire home is already an altar. Your bedroom, your shower, your vanity, your kitchen counter, every single corner is a portal, and every routine is a ritual in disguise. When you finally realize your morning routine isn't just about getting ready, but a daily resurrection, you are dressing the daily version of who you already won. Your skincare routine isn't just about aesthetics. It's about an anointing. You are laying hands on your future. Your shower isn't just hygiene. It's a baptism, a shedding of timelines. Your night routine isn't just winding down. It is a preparation for dream work, healing, and quantum alignment while you sleep. The gag is you've been doing rituals this whole time. You just weren't doing them intentionally. Light a candle while you clean. You are clearing the energy. Bless your pillow with your affirmations. Your dreams will respond. Speak abundance into your mirror. Your reflection will adjust. Spray perfume with the mindset that this is how luxury smells when I enter a room. You are a priestess. Your life is a ceremony, and your home is not just where you live, it's where you conjure. So clean like you are cleansing timelines. Dress like you're cooling your reality. Walk like you are activating every corner with your presence, because you are. Wow, just let that land on you for a moment. I thought that was so beautiful. So the takeaway is treat your life like an altar. The sacredness, the specialness, the beauty. Most altars are beauty in nature. So you want to beautify your home. You want to beautify your body. And we're not talking about spending an exorbitant amount of money in your clothing. We're not talking about a bunch of makeup or hair overdone. We're just talking about simple cleansed purity, well appointed. Just by being clean and fresh is enough. So the idea is, if an altar is where the natural and the spiritual worlds come together, why not make your entire house an altar? Why not make your entire house an altar? If it's where you conjure, why not make your entire house an altar? Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Astrology with Astrid. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a good evening. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at codalife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or codalife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.